Great. I'm here with Mr. Joe Nakamura, and I've been hearing about Saddle to Surf lately. What is that?
So Saddle to Surf is an urban ultramarathon, and this year we did something special. We added a relay component. So it's a 100-mile or a 50-mile distance, and it starts at the 100 Mile Club headquarters, which is in Norco, California. And if you haven't heard about Norco, the nickname for Norco is
Horsetown, USA.
Horsetown, USA, and that's where we get the saddle from. And then the 50-mile turnaround point for those that are doing the 100 is in Huntington Beach. So that's where we get the surf from, Saddle to Surf.
Wow. Okay, well, when is this race?
That is a good question. This race is coming up really quickly. It is Saturday, September 30th, and it starts at 7 a.m. at the 100 Mile Club headquarters, Norco, California.
Oh, cool. Well, why do people run this race, and then why do you guys put this race on?
Good question. So the why. We do this event to support the 100 Mile Club. So 100% of the proceeds, all the registration fees, the amazing fundraising that you're doing, everything goes to support the 100 Mile Club. And I have something here. If I can hold this.
Yeah.
All right. This right here is something that I keep inside my store. So right now we're at Run Republic. That's my specialty run shop. And this right here is the incentive package that children earn, and adults. We do have adults that participate in the 100 Mile Club program, but it's mostly children. We have over 1 million kids participating in the program. Sounds like a lot. It's not a lot. There's millions and millions of kids across the country. We have 5,000 schools also. It's a big number, but it's not big enough. And that's part of the reason why we're doing this race. And hopefully it's something that's going to grow every year. Everybody that's participating this year, hopefully you spread the word and you keep telling people, because our goal is to have every child in the whole country and the whole world really earning themselves a 100 Mile Club shirt. So the first thing that they earn is the shirt, and that's when they get to 25 miles. And then they have a couple other incentives which they earn at the next 25 miles, so mile 50, mile 75, and then once they get to 100, they've earned the gold medal, but we don't give it to them until the end of the school year. We don't want to cap the distance, so we want to see how far these kids can go, and some of these kids do a couple thousand miles in a school year, which is crazy. But that is the why. That's why we're doing the Saddle to Surf. It's why we do another race, which is called the Run for Kids, which is in March. So those are the two races that we host. For me, it's super important because, as you know, I come from a big family, so I have many siblings, and growing up, I wanted to do all sorts of sports. I wanted to do football, boxing, judo, wrestling, like all sorts of things. And when I would talk to my dad, like, hey, can I do this, this, and this? And he's like, what about your brothers and sisters? He's like, they want to do this. Your sisters want to do cheerleading and all this. He's like, I can't be at 7 different places on the same, time, right? And plus, it was expensive. So I first found out about the 100 Mile Club, I want to say 2011? And I was Googling 100 mile races, and the 100 Mile Club popped up, and they had the Run for Kids. At that time, we were running on a quarter-mile dirt track, and so I decided to take the challenge to see if I could run 100 miles in under 24 hours on the dirt track. I did that, and I've been part of the 100 Mile Club ever since because I believe in the program. Basically, the culture with the 100 Mile Club, it's very inviting. It helps the kids get connected to the community. They see other kids wearing the shirt. Well, Maddie, you've earned some shirts, right?
Yeah, I've earned quite a few shirts. My school did it, and I still wear them. Yeah, I haven't grown, but when I walk around like town and I'm wearing them, people will be like, oh, 100 Mile Club, or a little kindergartner will come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a shirt, and then it just brings everyone together. So
when did you start the 100 Mile Club?
My kindergarten year, so 2011 when you started. I'm a senior, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's dear to my family. It improves attendance at school, grades go up, the kids feel more connected, they're happy, they're part of a team. When I think about my later years in school, high school, college, when I was part of an athletic team, I really felt connected. And so that's something that I was missing when I was a little kid, because we didn't have the 100 Mile Club at my school. Maybe a little bit too old for the program. The program is about 33 years right now, and so with my age, I kind of like missed it for elementary school, but it's something that I really wish that I had. As soon as I learned about the program, I was like, oh, I got to get behind this stuff. So 100% of the proceeds go to the 100 Mile Club. Everybody who's helping out, all the volunteers that you see, myself included, it's all volunteer time. Nobody's paid to be out there. There are a couple questions that people had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people had some questions. Do you have any other questions?
Didn't you run Saddle to Surf?
Oh, I did run Saddle to Surf, yeah. I did, actually.
You got proof?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. So, all right, so here's the buckle when I ran Saddle to Surf. And for everybody that signed up for the 100, you will have a buckle to earn as well. So I can't wait to give you that buckle. Kara will be there as well, the founder of the 100 Mile Club, and we'll be there to give you your buckle. And then for those that are in the 50 mile, you're gonna earn a beautiful medal. Yeah, some of the questions that people have, that's something I wanna address during this video. So there will be a link in the description of this video, and if it's on social media, you might have to go to the bio to find the link, but there will be a link sharing the course map and the route, and there's gonna be a route for the runners and then another route for the crew. So the crew and the relay teams will kind of share the other route, and basically the difference is going to be I've laid out suggested exchange points for the relay teams where somebody can park that's going to take the next leg. So you have one runner running, let's say for instance the first 4 miles, you're going to run from the 100 Mile Club office to Auburndale Intermediate, and that happens to be where the Run for Kids race is, which is in March. So that's the second race that we host. So we host 2 races. So the person running that first 4 mile leg, if you're doing a relay, well then that's going to be a very good transition point. You don't have to transition to your next runner there, but it's a suggested transition point. So the address to Auburndale will be on there, and it'll be a suggested transition point for the runner, but also that's a suggested point for the crew. So then you can park there, and you can anticipate your runner coming in at 4 miles, and then you could be there to supply them with water, nutrition, electrolytes, whatever they may need. Description with the transition points for the crew and for the relay team, then you'll have another one for the runners, and so that'll have the directions of the race. Really, you can't get lost on this race. I mean, we do run about 14 miles or so, like through Norco and Corona, but then you get on the river trail, and most of your miles are on the Santa Ana River Trail, and you just need to stay on that trail. And there is some construction, and there's different things that happen where sometimes there'll be a detour. Just follow the detour. We may not know exactly what those detours are going to look like the day of the race, but you know, there probably will be 1 or 2 detours, and basically what that looks like is it'll just take you off the trail. You'll be on a street that runs parallel to the trail, and it'll put you right back on the trail, and it's really never further than like 1/8 of a mile. It's a very short detour, so follow those detours. There is one spot where we have a time station, so there's going to be a few mandatory time stations, and this goes for the relay runners, the solo runners, goes for everybody. One of those time stations is Santa Ana River Brewing Company, and that brewing company is 1/2 mile off the trail, and those miles are accounted for in the distance to get you to your 50 miles or your 100 miles, okay? You're going to want to exit the trail on Warner, but you might have to exit on Harbor, which is right before Warner, and then that will take you to Warner. But either way, check out the map, check out the course description, and make sure you save the address to Santa Ana River Brewing, because I believe that's mile like 41.5 on your way out to mile 50, and then on the way back it would be like mile 60 something, right? So it's in the description, but that's the one that takes you off the trail. All the other transition points are really on the trail. It's really like right there, so you can see the trail, but 1/2 mile off for Santa Ana River Brewing. Okay, so yeah, any other questions?
Just with the relays, how are they gonna, switch the timing with the bib, with the bracelet?
That's another good question. All right. So this right here, this is a little belt, and this belt is to hold your bib. So each relay team is gonna receive 1 belt, and you'll attach the bib. So there's only gonna be 1 bib per team, and you're just going to have 1 person wearing this, the one that's being timed, and then you take it off and you just hand it to the next person. And so it should be really easy to just release the belt, hand it to the next person, and then they put it on. That reminds me, so people had questions about pacers. So you can have somebody pace you the entire race, and that pace can also be, the pacer could also be your crew. So for instance, I crewed the race a couple times, and one of those times I ended up biking along my runner, and we put a basket on the bike, and I had all of his bottles, so I was crewing and pacing at the same time. I was carrying his bottles, his nutrition, and I was pacing him and coaching them at the same time. So any of the runners, relay runners, solo runners, you can run together. You could have another person pacing you. You could have somebody on a bike crewing you. And then for all of the solo runners, it's mandatory to have a crew. So you actually have to have a crew, and it's suggested that they meet up with you approximately every 5 to 6 miles to help you, rehydrate, get new liquids and nutrition and so on. So, other questions?
I don't think so.
No, that's it. We ready to rock?
Yes, we are ready.
Yeah?
Rock.
If there's more questions, my contact info will be there. Reach out to me. And then, did we talk about when they could pick up their bibs?
Oh, no, we didn't.
No? Okay, so you can pick up your bibs on Friday. So the 100 Mile Club office hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, but they'll stay open until 5 p.m. If you can't make it between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. this Friday, which would be September 29th, then the day of the race, September 30th, you can arrive and start checking in and getting your bib and any instructions at 5:45 a.m. So the race starts at 7 a.m., gives us an hour and 15 to kind of get everybody up to speed, hand out the bibs. We'll have a team there. Let's not overcomplicate it, right?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock. Let's go.
Simple. We're just running. It's an urban ultra marathon, so you do have to follow all of the laws. All right, so we're not shutting down all the streets. You can't just run any red lights. You have to follow all the public transportation laws, do everything safe, and have fun. Remember, we're doing it for the kids, so keep it PG out there.
And run like a kid.
Run like a kid. That's right. All right, Maddie. I think we did it.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you there.
Woo!
Thanks, sweetie. All right. Let's see.